Welcome to Dianna's Mud Shop. I'm going to do something today I haven't done in a long time. I'm going to unload the kiln before everything is completely cool. So I have on one glove. I might need to slip the other glove on, but I have something in here that I need for tomorrow. So I've got to get it out so I can get everything finished. I do see, since I opened the lid, that there are a couple pieces I'm going to reglaze and refire. So I'm going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. How about that? All right. Very disappointed in this first piece I'm going to get out. Make sure that I can hold it. This is a solo cup holder. The cups stack on top, a stack of cups, and your marks a lot, or Sharpie marker goes in the little spout part of it. So when you have a party, we take the top cup and write our names on it, and then the next person comes. But this was supposed to be peacock, and you see it did not blend. I did all the stroke and coat and the flux on it, but I dipped it in a Celadon afterwards, and I know I need a different color besides the Celadon. I need something that's going to have a little bit of flux and run. So all I'll do is put a little bit more flux on it, and I use Mako Light Flux, and then I am going to use probably Amico's, one of their lines that will Potter's Choice. Anyway, I'll let you know whenever I refire it, and we'll see how it looks, but this has got to have more. This is what I call the ugly. My daughter says they look like a funky teapot, but this is a solo cup holder. All right. The next piece that I glazed just like that, the other one was on white clay. This is on 112 speckled clay, and this one will have to be done the same way. It needs just a little more so it will flux. These were the same colors. This is my Mississippi bowl. I was hoping to have this week, but needs one more firing. So that's the bad and the ugly. All right, let's work on the good. When I put my witness cones in, I put them in backwards this time. This is 6, 5, and 4. But I did get a complete 5 and started on the 6. So it was a good hot fire. And Mako glazes like a hotter fire, so I did it just a little bit. I had a 30-minute hold on it. So here we go. Now some that look a little bit better. This is Clayscape's Dipping Glaze. This is Lily of the Valley. It is a Celadon, and I dipped this one inside and out. It's all the same color. And then I did Clayscape's Cream Dipping, and I just dipped the top in a little bit, and I like the way that did. It looks beautiful. Celadons don't run by themselves. I should have remembered that. I was in a hurry getting everything glazed and getting this fired, and just went a little bit too fast, I guess. Learn to slow down. We'll put my other glove on so I can get this shelf out of the way. I have some taller pieces in here. I have a towel waiting to put everything on as I get it out, because these pieces are hot. If they're too hot to touch with the bare hand, I normally don't get them out because I don't want to lose anything. All right, I won't upload this video until after the baby shower tomorrow, but this is a memory plate for a baby shower we're having tomorrow. I made it with a tall foot. You see the tall foot? And I put holes in it so that it can be string wire through it, hang it on the wall, or it can be on a plate stand, or if you want to use it for a plate, it is food safe. That's the piece that I am unloading early for. All right, last time I fired, I got half of the canister set done. Here's the largest one. This is to finish out the canister set. This is Clayscape's Dipping Glaze Himalayan Blue Poppy, which is a Celadon. This is Clayscape's Cream on the top, Himalayan Blue Poppy on the inside. And I'll show you when I get the lids how they turned out and how they fit. This one also the same thing. Himalayan blue poppy on the bottom, Clayscapes cream on the top, Himalayan blue poppy on the inside. All right, here is another of the solo cup holders. This one is cerulean blue, which is Mako's new, it's called micro cerulean on the bottom, and that's Mako's new colors that they just came out with. And what did I put on top? A light flux and a little bit of the opal luster at the very top of it, and it turned a little bit of a brown colors on there too. So that is the micro cerulean. Now it is not a food safe glaze, but we're not eating off this. Actually, the cups will only touch the top. They won't touch the bottom anyhow. So this is solo cup holder. All right, first tall coffee mug, travel mug. It doesn't have to be coffee. You could put soda in it. I used Clayscapes cream on the inside, pour in, swirl around, pour it back out. And then the bottom of it, I used Mako stoneware glazes that came out last year. The bottom is coral gloss and the top is amaryllis. Coral gloss, amaryllis. And the handle is the coral gloss with a little bit of amaryllis on top. And I did let them overlap. It's got the little drinking holes. The handle is up high so that you could sit it in your cup holder in your vehicle. All right, going down one shelf. I can feel the heat coming out of here. All right, everybody is looking for an alternate for ancient copper from Amico that has been right now discontinued because the minerals it takes to make the glaze has gotten scarce or gotten really expensive. So I've tried copper jade from Amico, and this is the copper jade. I did a little bit of a light flux on the rim. You can see where it ran down. This is the scoop from the scoop cutter. I just did a bent coil, twisted coil as a handle. But the scoop cutter from Debbie Daylight Design Gifts, those are her cutters. Anyway, this is it's got some shine to it. I don't know if the coloring is good here. It's hard to tell, but there you go. This is copper jade. It is not just like ancient copper. It does have a little of a green tint to it, hence copper jade. Here is a piece, if I can wipe the dust off of it. This is ancient copper, if we want to compare it, and here's copper jade. So you see, ancient copper does do the shine on it like copper. This has a little bit of the sheen, but it's got a lot of the green. You see on the back of it is the same thing. It takes it pretty thick to get it to turn the copper shade, but it does have a little green mingled in it. So it's not a perfect replica. Here's one I did with ancient copper too, so that shows. This is one I just cut out and formed and made without any kind of cutter with a flat handle scoop. That's to compare. All right, get these posts up here. I'm kind of delaying a little bit, give time for some of this heat to get out of here. Pretty warm in here. All right, another scoop. Daylight Design Cutters has two size scoops, the big one, and this is the little one. This is Sapphire Float from Amico with just a little bit of light flux from Mako around the edge. Okay. Daylight Design Gifts also has spoon cutters, and I fired these on just flat stilts. I do have spoon stilts, but when I made these, I did not curve the handles, so I fired them flat. Here, they're pretty big. These are the spoon cutters that she has, and she has a big one and a small one. This one I did a shorter handle, and the other one I do a little bit longer handle. This one is from the new colors. Opal Luster with a little micro pearl on the edge. This is Spectrum's Autumn Purple with no texture. I wanted to see how it would look. It has a variation of colors on it. Looks like purple and cream together. This is Opal Luster with a little bit of micro pearl around the edges. Opal Luster. And I'll file these down. That's where it was on the stilts. But that is Mako's new stoneware glazes that came out. This year's new glazes they had are not all food safe, so you got to be real careful with that. Now this is how this should have turned out, but I need another coat of green over it. This was a refire. Had a little bit of crawling because some of the glaze was a little bit too thick in spots, so I just redid the Lily of the Valley on the edges of the spots that were missing it, and refired it. This is the back. This is my bunnies. Okay, and I know it's a long way till Christmas, but I've had this plate made, and I wanted to glaze one of the Christmas tree plates like a Santa, and I just wanted to see how it would look. This is my first one. I'll do several. This is my prototype to see how it would look. But this is the Christmas tree form from GR Pottery Forms, and I just drew out a Santa face on it with a pencil and filled it in with Stroke and Coat. The top is really red from Coyote. Other than that, everything else is Stroke and Coat colors. Santa plate. Go down one more level. I had several refire pieces in here. All right. Here is the other spoon. I cut this handle a little bit shorter. You can see the spout part, the cup part of these spoons are really bigger than I usually make when I hand make my spoons, so it would be a good dipper or a stirring spoon. This one is the micro pearl with cream on top. And this is what I fired. It's called a bed of nails, and I've been using these for 6 years now. I just use them as I need to use them. I go with this fire and the glaze fire. Google search bed of nails pottery, Kiln furniture, and you'll find them. Well worth it. Okay, refire pieces, more of that same pattern that I did with the peacock with the green, and this is music bowl. And I use Stroke and Coat Blue Isle, I use Stroke and Coat Blue Yonder, and Stroke and Coat Green Thumb in those. And then the Mako's Light Flux. And I've got one more. I did the tree plate like that. In my last kiln opening, it's in it, but it had a spot or two that didn't cover well for me. So I put a little more of the glaze on it and refired it. And now it's covered well. This is also the same tree form, but I just cut the points a little sharper rather than rounded. Debbie De La Cruz in DeLaDesignGifts.com has tree cutters, and I used the cutter for this one. I used a template from Clayshare for this one. It has a little more pointed. You see, it's the same form, two completely different dishes. This one I did an egg tray. This one I did Santa. Oh, and you can see this is no feet. This is feet. All right, I also did a Mississippi platter, and I don't have a form for this. I just cut it out, and I did find a wooden piece of little thin, I'm not sure what kind of wood this is, but this is cut out as Mississippi, and so I used it to press. And I just lay this on my clay, and I cut around it, and then I lay it, then I press it in on the cushion, and like a poof pot. But I put the eggs on this one and laid the clay over it, so formed it. But so I don't have a form. It's just this piece of wood to give me an idea on where to cut it. But this is my Mississippi egg plate, no foot. And this is Himalayan blue poppy, and which is Clayscape's dipping glaze, which I just got the brush and brushed it on. In the wells of this is Mako Sand Dollar, and it gives just a little bit of a yellow tint to it, but it is a sandy color. I put it on other pieces, but this turned out pretty to me. I'm satisfied with it. And the very bottom, last two shelves coming out. I'll pick up the post later. All right, here's another bed of nails, different shape, different size, that I use to fire my little jewelry pieces on. And these are cameos. They'll be necklaces of cameos. And you see I've got the nichrome wire on here so that I can hook the chain and the loops around to make necklaces. And let's see what else is in here. The lids to the lids to the canisters. Himalayan blue poppy and cream. Let's see. There's your lid. And it should fit either way. It shouldn't be, there's got to be one way to fit. It should fit either way. So there you go. Now, I've asked about how to make it seal, and I've had some suggest you take a rubber band and you put it around the flange on the lid to make it fit tighter. So I haven't tried that yet because I'm just now getting them done. But I'll let you know. I'll post and let you know how that works. All right, the last piece. This is from, gotta wipe the grog off the bottom. All right, this is the 112 clay, standard 112. It's speckled buff clay. I use two different glazes on here. The new glaze, which is purple aster on the top edge around here, around the top edge, and on the bottom is Spectrum's purple. What did I say a while ago? Autumn purple. Now it doesn't look as purple, and that's good 3 coats on it, so you can see it takes a lot to cover this 112 speckled clay. And that was the same on the sides. It kind of looks brown instead of purple, but this is Spectrum Autumn Purple around the outside all over, and then the top edge I did the Mako's new color of purple aster. That's this in here by my thumb. It covered pretty good. You see on the handles, purple aster has the big specks. And this is the 10 by 10 inch GR Pottery Form casserole Wally form. It's called a Wally because the walls go straight up and down. The sides are straight up and down instead of slanted. And that's it. That's all I got. So there'll be some refire going on. Lately there's been a lot of refire going on. Got a little bit of problem with my kiln. I've got to change out the elements, and look at this. Oops, oops. Part of one of my bricks had fallen down onto the elements last time I fired, and I just kind of lifted it up and it shoved back in it, and it stayed there for the bisque fire. But when I went to load it for glaze fire, it fell back down. I couldn't get it to stay up, so I just removed it. So now changing the elements is my next step on here. But you can change the elements without taking the kiln apart. Just undoing this and following the directions. You can watch YouTubes or whatever to learn how to do it. But to change that brick out, you have to take each of these sections off and unfasten the side where it clasps this band together, loosen it, separate the bricks, and replace the bad brick. But it's in the bottom section. So we'll see what happens with it. It did fire good this time without that part of the brick, so I'm not able physically myself to do all of it. So we'll see what happens. But I'll let you know when I refire these other pieces. And follow me on Facebook. You'll see more pictures of everything. I'll get better pictures and better lighting of everything in post. And hit subscribe and you'll know whenever I post another video. Other than that, that's got it done for a while. And that's everything that I've got made, except for I have made a rain stick, but it's going to take about a month for it to dry because it's pretty good size and got a lot of clay on the inside that's got to dry, and since it's a closed form, it'll take a little while. If you'll look over here, look right there, that is my rain stick standing up. I've got little nodules on the side, little lugs, so that you can tie a strap to it. But that'll be my rain stick when I get it done. And so I have plenty of time to be working on my kiln in between while I'm making other stuff before I have to fire again. So thank you for joining me in the mud shop. Check out my Facebook, Dianna's Mud Shop. I have my own page, so check out and like and share my page and subscribe, and you'll know when I put up another video. Thank you for watching, and join me next time in the mud shop. Bye.